On December 8th, 2017, at 7:10 a.m., God gave me the title of a book along with the names of several chapters. I recorded all of it in the notes section on my phone. I knew God had spoken into my life and He was revealing His calling to me. While some people might prefer to hide the ugliness that sin creates in their lives, I'm sharing my truth because I recognize God allows everything to happen for a reason. He has intentionally placed certain people in my path to accomplish His purpose in my life and in theirs. I find myself in awe of God's grace when I have an opportunity to share bits of my personal narrative with others, describing how He has intervened on my behalf. Despite many hardships, I'm confident I am right where He has placed me for His divine purposes. My literary journey takes me back to some dark moments in my life, but I have come through with a better understanding of God's purpose for allowing some of the challenges and personal hardships I faced. He used these challenges to grow me into a better version of myself. I am called to act in obedience. It's a theme God has written on my heart. I hope my testimony will speak to you and that God's gracious, merciful love is glorified through it. I have a confession. I thought my story was ready to be shared in 2022, but during a study of Genesis, my perspective changed. God impressed upon my heart an immeasurably valuable lesson. As I came to know the people of the Old Testament, I read about Jacob's son Joseph. I was astounded by the grace he extended to his brothers. After all, they sold him into slavery, basically exiling him to Egypt. He was separated from his family, and during that time, he was imprisoned unfairly. While he was alone and destitute, his brothers unapologetically moved on without him in an act of ultimate deception. Despite Joseph's situation, God blessed his life with great favor. Over 20 years later, when he was finally reunited with his family, Joseph openly acknowledged their detestable actions without exercising resentment. He humbly offered forgiveness, telling them God allowed everything to happen to save them all from the famine. Joseph's painful but victorious story glorifies God inexplicably. God used this story of forgiveness to impress on my heart an immeasurably valuable lesson. During my writing, I recognized myself experiencing and reliving hurts from the past. In my painful state, a part of me wanted to inflict a little pain myself. I wanted to expose those who had hurt me, but that was my sin nature, which was not God's purpose for my book. God reminded me it's okay to acknowledge actions that may have hurt me, but I'm called to extend grace to others just as He extends grace to me. So that's from the preface of my book. The video is from our recent trip to visit my parents. I hope you enjoy both of them.